Sarah, and if you watched my last video, guys, I was talking about my Schefflera plant, and thank you all so much for your comments. And I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a video when I do it. That being said, though, I have a little plant haul. First I went to Home Depot, and then I went to Lowe's. I wanted to get peat moss and perlite, because that is the substrate that you want to use to put your cuttings of the Schefflera, the umbrella tree, in. So I got that, but that wasn't quite enough. I wanted to make a stop at Lowe's, because Lowe's for me is my go-to plant shopping that is reasonably priced. Because I went to I'm in South Jersey. Bob's Garden Center is like the big garden center. It's a very huge, right? Lots of greenhouses. It's not like a mom pop. It's big. I don't think it's like corporate, but still. Anyway, this is called a wait a minute, let me think. I wrote it down. Brantianum philodendron. And I actually went for a myelin. I'm gonna have to film this again. But anyway, a different philodendron. But guess what? They're trending. Philodendrons are trending, so they're so expensive. So this is by Urban Jungle, I believe, and it was $12.98, and it was a score. So I was very excited. It's got like that silver leaf that everyone's crazy about right now, but I've just never had it. And what I mentioned in the video yesterday was that I'm really trying to stick with plants that I already have. So I'm going to get probably several varieties or, leaf shapes of the same plant. So I have several philodendrons now, where I only just had the heart-shaped leaf one for years, but now I'm starting to, and because they're such easy care, philodendrons, and the pothos and stuff like that. But they also had, and again, this is Urban Jungle, this is an umbrella plant, and they come with these really cool, this is like terracotta. I don't know, it's a nice plant for $12.98. So you're not going to get that at the mom pop shop, which I hate to say, because I like to support smaller, but that being said, I'm cheap, so I like to get the best deal out there. But this happens to be a, my words aren't coming to me. So my other one is just straight green. This is, and I want all that's coming is fenestrated, but you guys know what I mean. It has the different colorations on the leaf, so I got it. I wanted to get it because it's variegated, right? And it also shows me what it started out like when I first got that one. It was probably very similar to this. Like I said, I've had that one for a couple of years, and I never did anything to it. So this is going to be my little experiment. Now I can start fresh. And now that I've done some research into plant, what this plant is and how it acts, I ended up watching the bonsai ones. I told you, you can prune these, the tree versions, because I think this is the mini version, but you can prune the tree. I have, you know what, I didn't realize that I have my other, sorry, my camera stand is right in my face. Anyway, learning so much. So that was two things. This was really the score. I went and I just had a look, and I was so excited because I literally went to Bob's to get the Mikins. It's called the Mikins Philodendron. It's like a very satiny, but it's not silver like this. It's a little different because I have a plant stand, a macrame up in my room that I put the Brazil on the bottom. It's like a double macrame. So I put the Brazil on the bottom, and I think I'm just going to put here, I'll be right back. Hold on. Sorry. So this is my just regular heart-shaped leaf philodendron. It's a very common, easy to find, although they're trending. So I don't know. I really try to pick them up when I see them. Like, let's see, this is still in the pot. Let's see if it has a price. I did get this at Bob's for $5. So at least they didn't bump up the price now, just because this, this is like probably a 3-inch pot. I would say this is in a 4-inch pot, and it was $12, but it came with the terracotta. This is a heavy like pot, so I think you're really getting a good value when you get them at the big box stores. And I hate to say that, like your Lowe's, your Home Depot. So anyway, I think this one I'm going to put on the top part of the double macrame with my Brazil underneath, and then I'm going to keep him downstairs. I'm going to keep him downstairs where I can really keep an eye on him, because I'm not in my bedroom, you know, I'm usually sleeping. I do some desk work. I have a desk and I journal in there and stuff like that, but I think he'll be just fine on top of that. So there were, I must have hit when they had just had a delivery, because I've been looking for air plants. Look at this little guy. Can you see him? I think I have the tag on here because it said, oh man, I've been doing, dang it, it's Poindexter. Anyway, there's a little saying, and it's really just to, it's like a conversation piece. He was, let's see how much he was, $5.99, $6.98. But this is an air plant, and they looked really nice, and all you have to do is spray it with water. I've seen air plants other times and they just looked horrible. So, but because it came with this, and I just thought, I just wanted it. The other thing I got was and I already transplanted them, but a bamboo. And this was, I have one up on my desk actually, and these grow very easily, $5.98. But they had a whole bunch, and they were in these pots. So see this little pot, which is super cute, right? I get in the car, and Maddie was driving, and it was glued in here. And I was like, what on earth? So I pulled it out. I pried it out of here, and it has some dirt, and it's just rocks, but it's glued in there. So I don't know why on earth they would do that, because I know from, I've bought bamboo before, and they just kind of have, it's like a test tube almost. And the bamboo is in the test tube, and it's just water. So you just pull it out of the water. I think I'm still recording. And then, so they really just, so I put it in my little, I haven't been using, this was something I bought, and I really didn't know what to put in it. So I put it in my porcupine, and it's just got rocks and water. They don't need soil, and that's called something. I've been doing so much research, you guys. When they don't need soil, it's called epiphytic. Epiphytic. They actually just, I don't know what. I don't know the science. I'm going to learn more about it, because I learned that because I got a bromeliad. This was something Maddie wanted to get. He thought he liked the look of it with the flower. He likes color. They were not on my radar at all. This was about $5 as well. And I just watched an awesome video by Peggy's Plants, all about bromeliads, indoor and out, and they're related to the pineapple. So I think a pineapple would grow in the center. This is where they flower, but they are also, not all of them though are epiphytic, which means they don't need soil. So you can just plant them in rocks in a rock garden, and where they get their nutrients is from the water on the leaves, and you want to feed them into the center here. So I'm going to link her video in the description box, because you need to know that stuff. Like, that's the thing. That's why I said I really just want to stick to varieties of plants that I already have, so that I can just build my knowledge and experience and not be too overwhelmed, because I think that's what can happen a lot of times. People just think a plant is beautiful and they don't do their research, and you know, you're wasting money, and a lot of these can be propagated. Now this guy, after it blooms, and the bloom can last 6 months, but then the mother plant will die. But before it fully shrivels away, it'll leave a pup or two. If you're lucky, you may get, they call them pups. So I'm just looking forward to seeing that. Now this came in a little self-watering container. Like I said, it was $5. It's got dirt, so it is in soil. I mean, she said to plant them in more of a cactusy mix, because like I said, that they don't get their nutrients from the roots. They use their roots to attach to things. So she actually was outside, and she lives in the Keys in Florida, and she has attached these plants to other trees, you know, to crevices, and they'll just hold on with their roots, but they're really getting all their nutrients from water. I'm literally telling you what I just heard on the video. So that, you know, I told Manny, I'm like, look, it's not on my radar or whatever, but it was $5 and he's super cute. There are also ones that have a lot of spikes on the, but they're non-toxic and all that stuff, but just be careful if you get a spiky one. It's kind of like a cactus. It can hurt you. So I showed you my air plant. I showed you my, my bamboo. Got this. I'm going to do an unboxing on this guy. So this is, it says bug biting plants. I eat bugs. It's a terrarium set kit type thing with carnivorous plants inside. It says dormant plants included. There's, I think, a Venus flytrap and a pitcher plant. And I know nothing about these things, but I could not resist. Let me see how much the kit was. $10.98. That is too good. And if you have a kid, I would say get one of these, sit down with the kids this summer, and make yourself a carnivorous plant. And I'm so excited. Now, it's weird because I'm going to do a complete thing. I'm going to do an unboxing and go over it with you guys. I think that's it. I got mosquito bits. These I ordered from Amazon because I want to go over one more thing with you guys. Being a new plant mom, and in the summer I have noticed they're called fungus gnats, okay? Which side of my hair is this? So, you know, sometimes you'll have out fresh fruit and you'll notice there's little flies flying around. They're just little annoying flies. And I've seen them before, but we've never had like an infestation or anything. And I love bugs, so I don't really get freaked out by bugs. And if I notice the fly, generally there was some type of fruit or something that had started to rot, and so I would just throw that away. So that would control the situation. So what you saw sticking out of this pot, so this little pot that had the glued in rocks, I put one of these. Now this I made myself. So my channel is My Serenity Crafts. It's going to be My Serenity Crafts and Plants, I think. I don't know. But I've been making these because the stuff I ordered. Now, I first showed you the mosquito bits because this is a little more invasive operation I'm going to share in a minute. But the first thing I got were these yellow sticky traps. Now if you go on Amazon and Google down and stuff, I probably got the cheapest ones because I'm super cheap. And what I got in here, it says 20 traps for indoor and outdoor use. It catches gnats, leaf miners, files, white files, and aphids. And all it comes with is 20 sheets of this sticky stuff. So here's a sheet, and then like little wire ties. So I'm going to put those back in here, and I've been using them and they work like a champ, except it's not solving the problem. It's only catching the flies that are already born. And what I found out by watching some of these planty people, I'm telling you, I don't know, you know, and this is the thing. Those of you that watch my channel know that this craft community that I belong to on YouTube, it's so wonderful. And I've been part of a creative community for a long time because I used to go to conventions and took a lot of classes of art and different, you know, crafts and things like that, you know, stained glass, whatever. And that's where you would have to learn the tricks of the trade and share your knowledge with other crafty people. And YouTube is just such a wealth of knowledge. You have all levels of expertise, from hobbyist to horticulturist to professional, you know, landscapers, all different people. Everyone, though, mentions these things just to catch the bugs. So, you know, you can think about those fly traps that, you know, you've seen those yellow tapes that catch flies. This does the trick. So I just stuck, I got these at the Dollar Tree, these little, they're like signs, but I'm going to save them. I'm not going to use them anymore. And what I've gone and done is I'm using popsicle sticks. I have all types of craft sticks because I'm a crafter. I've made ornaments out of these, you know, you do what you do. Anyway, but what I do is, so I'll take a sheet and just cut strips. It's double-sided sticky. So you take one, peel off one of the sticky sides, and then I'll take, what I've been using is these little itty bitties. So I think this is like a coffee stir. The other ones are your like traditional popsicle stick size, but these are like half the size of popsicle sticks, and I just have them in my stash, so I'm like, why not? So I just take the stick, go halfway up and stick it on there. Then I fold it onto itself. So I'm really not utilizing the whole thing. Anyway, it's fine for me. I can't remember how much these were, but I've made a lot of them. And then I kind of do have to cut off the other side because the plastic wants to push away from itself. So in other words, when I folded it, it wants to bow out like that. So if you cut it, it'll stick to itself. So this is all I need to stick into the soil. And then you peel off the other side of the tape. So here's a peeled one, and they're bright yellow. Like, I don't get that. Now I have to look at this bright yellow thing in my plant. But so this one has the tape on. This one's got a few bugs on it already. But what I'm going to do, and I can't think of her name, but I will probably link the video. My hair, dude, I want to get a haircut so bad. I'm so over this. Anyway, because I'm 57 years old, and I don't know why I need long hair, but it makes me look younger, everyone says, and then whatever. Mosquito bits. I've heard this from several. One of them's Harley G. She uses these. She actually mixes up her soil and will put a few of these in the soil mixture, because think about it. If these are in the soil mixture, and every time you water your plant, it activates this, whatever it is. It's a mosquito bit. I'm going to find out more about them, because you can make a tea with it as well. So you would make, and I ordered them, they're little like netting bags, reusable bags that you can zipper up. I can put some of these in there. It gives you a recipe for it to make the tea, and then you just put it in your watering can, the tea, you know, and do it every now and then. But what it will do then is all of these little flies that are flying around are laying their larvae in your nice, wet, juicy soil. And then more fungus gnats are born. So this is how you're going to kill the larva in the soil, and hopefully it will solve the problem. So this is my first experience with any type of pests, and I know there are lots of other pests that love plants to eat your plants. So I'm really hoping I don't have to deal with an infestation at any time soon, although I'm sure it happens. Sometimes people will even quarantine their plants when they first bring a plant home. So these 2 plants that I just got today, 3, 4, 5 plants, maybe I would not bring them into my main plant area, keep them separated in a different room, keep an eye on them, keep checking under their leaves, and until you really know that they're safe to go into the population. One guy, and I love him, is from Canada. I just like, my style of video is very, I like to watch informative videos. Not just chatting necessarily about your plants, but really giving me info. And he always does. And what he does is he'll actually repot his plants right away. Like, he will completely take the plant down to the roots and put it in his own soil mixture. And that's how he rolls. So if there was anything in the soil, any type of mite or bug, that's how he rolls. So I'm not really convinced one way or the other right now. I've been using your standard potting mix, and that's in the other room. I was going to show you that too, because I did find some black gold, which is mostly sphagnum. Most tropical plants really like a light, airy mix because they aren't, I want to say they have aerial roots, a lot of them, and so they like to crawl along the soil and be able to just grab onto things. So a looser dirt would make it easier for their roots to just get in. You know, if the soil is hard, you can't. Anyway, I'm new to this, I'm learning. So I'll be back, you guys. I think I'm gonna transplant I'm gonna go get it. I'll be right back. All right, so this is a macrame hanger that I made, and I do think I'm gonna do another macrame hanger tutorial because this pot, most of these macrames that I made for like a 4-inch pot, for kind of like this size pot. And not all your plants are, you know, like, so my bigger hanging plants, say an 8-inch pot, I don't have any macrames that fit it. So if I tried to fit this, like, look, so what I'm saying is you need enough room. This is just a piece of milk glass. But not all pots can go in and, you know, and be the right, anyway. I think I'm gonna do a tutorial again on that. People seem to like my macrame tutorial. But I'm gonna take, this was a baby. Let me go down a little bit. This is my spider, and I've already propagated a couple of babies from him, but I wanna say I got him last summer. So when we started quarantine, which, by the way, I hope you're all getting your shots, because I went out today and I did not need to wear a mask. In New Jersey, we did not need to wear a mask. I'm going to take this out of the macrame, but I put this in here when it was much smaller. I'm going to take it out because he just looks a little cramped, and I don't want him to be cramped. I want him to be happy and healthy. I also have a Bonnie spider plant. So let me put this back. I know this is not ideal filming with the camera on a tripod on my table. I generally film crafts shooting down at my table. But I want to look in here. You know, he doesn't look that bad. I just felt like that macrame was kind of crowding him. Or not crowding, but yeah, and the soil is really hard. Like, it's not that, it's just regular, probably what I had in the house, because I was not thinking about what kind of soil I was using at the time. I just potted it up, you know. It does have drainage holes, so points there, Sarah. But it's putting out more babies. I got a flowering little guy here. He just seems like he's kind of, it's not as happy as he could be. He might need some more, a little more room. So maybe I'll just put him on a shelf and not hang them. I don't know, guys. I have a Bonnie too. A Bonnie spider is like a curly leaf. So cute. I can't wait to see the babies on my Bonnie. But he might need to be repotted. I'm going to watch some videos about spiders before I do that, because I just want to make sure. And I will be doing a video when I chop my Schefflera. So when I chop him up, this guy, because he only has 4 shoots shooting out, I don't want him to be like that. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it, and I'm not scared. I'm going to do it because he's happy and hardy. And I got the right soil, so I'm going to do it. All right, you guys, so that was my plant haul. Ugh, he's heavy. I hope you all have a great Memorial Day weekend. Here in New Jersey, we've had a very weird day. It's been kind of rain, sun, rain, sun. I think there are storms coming. Monday is supposed to be the best day. So I'm just going to play with my plants, and it's fun, you guys. So I know this is a craft channel, but this is kind of crafty. I made my bug sticky things. All right, that's it for now. Take care. Thanks for watching.